Hello, everyone. Am I dead yet? Honestly, I don't know. I'm still waiting, I guess. But that's good, I guess, besides the point of this video. Upon looking back at my old videos, of course, my singing videos before I retired, I realized some of those, well, my own original songs, of course, actually at least two of them, like I Don't Like the Way or I Don't Love You Anymore. Those was 15 years ago. I recorded and released those 15 years ago, 2010 and 2011. Back then I was really hopeful. Just, of course, in hopes I catch a big break. Hoping I can have that career, that legacy that, of course, the ones before me that inspired me have, even now. But, of course, it never happened. Eventually, I gave up. I quit. Because no one really wanted to take me serious anymore. Well, not only that, but I just really got tired of fighting. Tired of being overlooked because of a certain feature of mine. And, of course, my morals. That I am more than just a body, of course. Despite this. So yeah, 2010 to 2011, mostly all of my original songs within that time is reaching its 15-year anniversary. Actually, I Don't Like the Way has already reached its 15 years. It was actually, I Don't Like the Way was released December of 2010. And I Don't Like the Way was released February of 2011. I Don't Like the Way was released in December 2010. And I Don't Love You Anymore was released in February of 2011. 15 years. And really what I did, I mean, I never really like gone to any studios or anything. I used my laptop. All of those songs that I recorded and written are all from a laptop. They're all from a laptop. And a program named Audacity, which is, of course, a program I pretty much still use, sort of, but not, of course, not as much anymore. But yeah, it's one of the programs I use to record my songs. It was, and I've been inside of a studio, but never really recorded anything from a studio. All those original songs that I recorded and wrote was all on a laptop. All on a laptop and one program. How I got those beats or instrumentals, you call it, I converted it, of course. I used a site to convert it to MP3 so I can, of course, write songs and of course record. And I did all of that on one laptop. All on one laptop. All of my songs. All of my original songs even covers, even a cappella covers, they're all recorded on one laptop and one program, which is Audacity. I did what I had to do, even with the little that I have, or the little I had back then. Not much has changed, but, well, the computer, of course, has changed, but the laptop, of course, has changed because my laptop basically crashed. My laptop crashed. And I had to get a new one. Cheap, $150 from Walmart, but it still works to this day. And I still have all of the but I still have all the recordings and all the vocals and all that. I still have that. It's on a hard drive. I still have that. So even before my last laptop crashed and got a new one, I did put all of the vocals and everything on one hard drive. Thankfully, my grandmother bought me that one, or else, of course, everything would have been lost. But yeah. 15 years ago, 15 years of course, my songs, and I mean, I would honestly re-record them now that I feel like I have like stronger vocals and a little bit more control now than I did back then. But of course, I did what I had to do in order to, I mean, even want to make it. Of course, and evidently it wasn't enough. I never got any offers to even collab. I mean, no major like labels or anything, and not even an investment, not even like training or anything. Nothing. Just silence. Heard nothing. And I tried the best I could. But evidently it wasn't really enough. It wasn't enough. And I honestly think, of course I've been thinking this, but if I had not had this armor hand right here, maybe I would have made it. I honestly would have made it if I hadn't had this armor hand. If this armor hand was really developed, I should say, then I honestly would have made it. I would have. But because I'm disabled, I couldn't. And really still couldn't. But that's the life we live in. That's the world we live in, even now. Not really any different from 15 years or even more so ago. 15 plus years ago, it's no difference. The only thing different really is my mindset about, and even my own energy as far as like my views towards life in general. And of course I decided to retire because it was just, of course, no longer fun. And I was just like, yeah, I am still tired. I was tired of just being overlooked, you know. No one hearing me. It still really applies to this day, but it is what it is. And it is what it is with my life. My own individual life, not yours. Again, please do not judge, do not pocket watch, and please do not give advice from safe spaces that has nothing to do with me nor my experience. But anyways, I don't know. Well, I guess maybe I might come up with something probably around my birthday. Maybe do like a 15-year, like revisit, and I would sing the songs again. I'll probably come out of retirement just for that. But besides that, I'm still not singing anymore. I'm still not even writing my own songs anymore. I'm not. But what is there to do when, of course, people overlook you? I don't like the way my life is going. I don't like the way I'm being treated. I don't like the way you judging me. I don't like it at all. Still need some work, but who cares, right? Who really cares? Who really cares? And definitely not your God. Because I wouldn't even be feeling like this or even make these videos now. Even about death and not wanting to be here. If really God had really blessed my life, even the way I want to, I wouldn't be feeling this way. I really wouldn't. Again, please do not judge from your life. Because unless you had this or anyone in your life that has been disabled, your comments are nothing to me. Whatever you say to me is nothing. It will always be nothing. Just like how I have been treated throughout my whole life. Not entirely my fault. So, if you do care and still pretty much like my talent, my voice, and my music, stay tuned. The ones that commented, even pretty much shared if you did, or even liked any of my music, I do thank you and I do appreciate you. I really do thank you and appreciate you. But honestly, I really honestly wish that was really enough for me. Because I would have been out of this environment and into a peaceful place in my life. But all I had was words and no action. Not even from the higher ups, even from this industry. But I guess it is for a reason, considering how terrible it really is. And still it is today. It's no different. It's not ever going to be different unless there is change. So, I'm sick and tired of all the things that I've been through. I'm sick and tired of all these lies. I'm sick and tired of all the games people play. So much that I want to say goodbye. My own version, 15 years later. But unless I see some change even now, it's not ever going to matter unless I'm gone. Harsh reality. That's my harsh reality. Because unless someone actually listens and take action, not just talk, but actually take positive, impactful action in my life where I can actually be very happy and joyous in my life. Unless I even see that, I will always feel like death. And I always will feel like I should have been gone a long time ago. So, there it is. For all my songs, even those that were released 15 years ago, yeah, I would still like re-record them. Sound a little fresh, probably, but well, we'll just see. See if I make it to my 34th birthday in May. When I do make it to my 34th birthday in May, I would. And I will probably go live at singing all of my original songs. If I do make it to 34, I will go live and sing all of my original songs from 15 years ago. This year. All the ones from 2010 and 2011. So yeah. Thank you.